Tristan Tate pulled up a video, his favorite whiskey, Johnny Walker. What do I do at duty free? Johnny Walker. That night, sipping the Johnny Walker in the war room by myself with him, chilling. Why? I studied, bro. I knew what he liked. Dude, every guy that I want to get into the room with, I know as much as I can about them. Like, I'll go up and be like, yo, bro, and I'll drop something that he did last week. How was it? Oh, this guy's paying attention.
If I go broke today, I can make $1 million next week. I have a 9-figure community. So I have a 200,000 person wait list to join Capital Club. I have 20,000 people already there. All I would have to do is send a message and be like, I'm doing an event in Miami, yacht day, 50% margins, sell 50 tickets at $1,000. I already have 25 grand in the bank account. 25 grand runs me 3 months. I can have enough cash flow to be able to set up a business plan. All it takes is strategy and planning. It's very simple. It's doing the same thing of what's already worked. People go broke because they do the same thing of the wrong thing. You want to get rich? Do the same thing of the right thing.
You don't need millions of followers. You just need 300 dudes that'll go to war for you. Think about it. 300 dudes. Everybody nets $1 million a year, which is super easy to do. Yes. Now you have a network that's worth $300 million in its first year. The next year, it's worth 600. In 10 years, you have a $3 billion network. How do you think the rich people operate? Yeah, they're operating in this manner. You need to be able to move in a group, because when you're with a lot of people, you can multiply a lot quicker.
If we go into the Louis Vuitton store and I go with somebody that makes $1,000 a month, they're going to look at a Louis Vuitton wallet that's worth $500 differently than me. Because to me, $500, it didn't require any time, energy, or intention for me to make it. This person, it required 2 weeks of time, energy, and attention. So they'll value the wallet in direct proportion to the amount of effort and labor that it took them to produce the necessary energy to purchase that wallet. Right. Hear me clearly. You don't buy things in life with money. You buy things in life with the time that it takes you to make that money. So the people that are studying school right now for what, engineering? I met a kid and he's like, yeah, I got a 4.2 GPA in high school, like super proud of his degree, like high scores. He's like, I'm about to go to one of these private universities and study engineering. I'm like, okay, perfect. By the time you get done engineering, you get all your degrees, you're set. It's 8 years from now. Will artificial intelligence replace your ability to be an engineer in 8 years? And he got mad. He got mad because I presented a plausible scenario as to why his career path was maybe not the best one.
There is no difference between being an OnlyFans model and a soldier. No, the Patriots! You're still selling your body. You're just selling it to somebody else. Have you not seen the military contracts you sold? You're a piece of property. That's why they call them boots on the ground and not humans. That's why they call them casualties and not people dead. Expendable resources for the military-industrial complex.
Brother, just wait till somebody creates an AI that puts Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha, all into one, and people start worshiping the church of AI. Just wait for it, bro. You look at, for example, Mr. Beast and his crew, right? They're all individual personal brands. Cool, but who are they managed by? Night Media. Okay, and who's Night Media owned by? Disney. So you basically have glorified Disney kids that have contracts that they have to say certain things, that they have to run certain agendas, and they don't really have a choice. Shout out to Mr. Beast, he's cool.
Do you know that driver's licenses in the United States, I don't know about the rest of the world, you know that you can technically drive without a driver's license? Even the cops don't know this shit. This is in the law, federal law. You only need a driver's license for commercial driving. But if you're doing point A to point B leisure traveling, you technically do not need a driver's license, nor do you need license plates. But most of you guys do what you've been told since the moment you were born because that's all you know.
What was the last time that you were like, I feel hungry, I'm not gonna eat?
On a plane. I couldn't move.
So let me tell you this one, bro. What if what you're experiencing isn't actual hunger? What if what you're experiencing is addiction?
Holy, you're right.
Tristan Tate pulled up a video, his favorite whiskey, Johnny Walker. What do I do at duty free? Fucking Johnny Walker. That night, sipping the fucking Johnny Walker in the war room with him, chilling. Why? I studied, bro. You need to study your network and individuals that you want to tap into the same way you would study a crypto token, the same way you would study a product, the same way you would research.
Your mentors?
I have two. One that is no longer alive, and then one that is still alive. One that is no longer alive, Leonardo da Vinci. I studied da Vinci a lot because at his time, he was considered a crazy man. Now we revere him as a genius. But at the time, he was misunderstood. Da Vinci has this incredible quote. He says, to develop a complete mind, study the science of art, study the art of science. Learn how to see, realize that everything connects to
everything else. What does this mean? He understood that he could study art in a scientific way, and he could study science in an artistic way. And that what he was told reality wasn't the way that it was. Maybe we perceive reality by the constructs that we've been given. If you want to develop a complete mind, you need to develop multiple aspects of your life.
So no fun snack?
No, bro.
You don't eat a bag of chips ever?
Never, bro.
You're lying.
Never, bro. Would you cheat on your wife once?
No.
Why?
That's cheating.
Because it's disgusting. Why would you cheat on yourself?
I want to say having a little bag of chips.
Yeah, and having a little side isn't that bad either. Remember what the Bible says. If you do not take care of the temple, God will destroy it. It's in the Bible. And if you believe the Bible, well, then you better start taking care of your vessel.
Can I ask you how much money you have? Like, what's your net worth?
I'm not going to tell you. No chance. That's one of those things where I will never disclose how much I'm worth, because I've learned a lot about how Asians move with regards to money. Money's energy.
Yeah.
And the moment you begin to expose that energy, right, people start to understand how powerful or how weak you truly are. So numbers, we'll keep them private. Let's just leave actions to speak for themselves.
Nice, yeah.
That's the name of the game. You guys will see it. Give me a year.
People out here flexing that they make 10K a day. I understand to the 99.9% that's a fuck ton. I get it. It's a lot of money. You can live off that. Now, to talk to the 0.001%, I'm going to talk to the guys that have big ambitions and big dreams. 10K a day. What is that? 300K a month. What is that? 3 million a year. 10 years, that's 30 million. 40% taxes. What are you left with? Okay, let's say you're left with 20. Living expenses, you're left with 15. You just worked 10 years and you have 15 million in the bank. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but it ain't a lot of money because you can spend it really fast. Or I could just work for 10 years and go for 100 million. Instead of cashing in at the end of every single day, I'm gonna work my long period of time and I'm gonna cash out the big bag.
I want to get the fuck out of the matrix. What do I do realistically? What are my first steps?
Go do some push-ups.
Push-ups?
Yeah, go do some push-ups. If you can't do push-ups, how are you supposed to do anything else in life? Oh, yeah, the push-ups. Go do them. Go do 50 push-ups a day for 30 days. What, you think you're going to run a multi-million-dollar business? Oh yeah, but look at all these guys. Yeah, the example is just establish discipline in some area of your life.
So why have you pursued earning so much money?
Because it's easy.
How is it easy to make money then? Because I imagine a lot of our viewers out there are striving for money. But if you can help them out...
The problem is they're striving. You strive for air. I don't strive. The money comes to me. Why? Because you become the type of person that attracts money. How? Position yourself in the right rooms. Read the right books. Think the right thoughts. Develop the right frameworks. I think we find ourselves in a situation with truth where people don't like it because it's a mirror that reflects who they are. And when you get a true reflection of who you are, it can be offensive. And sometimes you need to be offended in order to change.
Broke in the pocket. Your favorite car, bro?
The red one, the Aston Martin.
Tristan thinks well, guys. Critical thinking, I fucking love it. Very rare.
Think about how stupid you have to be to stand in line for 4 hours voting as if your vote matters because the news told you, and then you wear a sticker that says, I voted.
Damn.
In what world? Brother, the world is run by businesses. The world is not run by governments.
You just worked 10 years and you have 15 million in the bank. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but it ain't a lot of money because you can spend it really fast. Or I could just work for 10 years and go for 100 million. And
why not a trillion? Why not work for 10 years and go for a trillion at that point?
How many people can you call up and be like, yo, can you wire me $1 million? I'll send you, I'm good for it. Oh, you don't have those friends? I do. So I can tell you it's real. Oh no, there's no way that's because you're a peasant. You don't understand these things. In due time, be quiet. Think more than 4 seconds before you speak. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Listen, maybe I'm not wasting my time here. Maybe I'm trying to teach you something that's good for you.
Just wait till somebody creates an AI that puts Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha all into one, and people start worshiping the church of AI. Watch it, clip this. Motherfuckers in Japan already have virtual girlfriends in the metaverse. Yeah. Remember, 50, 100 years ago, very few people were talking about cell phones. 20, 30 years ago, people were talking about the internet changing the world, and everybody called them freaks. And that's what we use it today.
If you watched all this and survived, I'm sorry.